It's December 2015, and I just woke up from one of the worst nights of my life, in which I got blackout drunk, popped too many perks, and almost got in a fight over another man's girl. The next morning, my friends proceeded to troll me, telling me they had video proof of me intoxicated, doing things I'm not gonna share in this video. I didn't let them show me the video because I was so embarrassed. But I still remember to this day exactly how I sounded because they played it out loud while they made fun of me. This is one of the lowest moments of my life. Consistently drinking, doing drugs, working a job I hated, just hoping things would change. Now 7 years later, I'm in the best shape of my life. I have a beautiful family, created a 7-figure business, and I've achieved all my childhood dreams. And these are the 6 strategies that got me here. My first strategy is to self-isolate. When I was an iron worker in the past, I struggled with a Percocet and an alcohol problem. No matter what, Monday to Sunday, I was in the bar, getting blackout wasted, and taking so many drugs I couldn't remember what was going on for the last week. I wanted to transform, but I had no idea how to go about it. So I started to isolate myself and remove myself from those situations. I stopped hanging out with those negative people. I deleted all the dating apps off of my phone. And I stopped going to the places that were giving me the urge to take another pill or drink another drink. I did this for 6 to 8 months straight with no one around me. Work, gym, eat, sleep, and repeat. What this specifically looked like for me, and what I suggest you do, is stop hanging out with the losers who just want to be negative, pessimistic, and drink every weekend. Which also means stop going to the bar. There's nothing there for you, or at least nothing conducive to the success you would like to see. Delete all the dating apps off your phone. You're not gonna find that one that's gonna fill the hole in your heart unless you do this self-work first. Stop binge watching Netflix every night. Watching them live their fake lives is not going to make your life even better. Now, what do you do with all the free time you have now? Focus on strategies 2 to 6, which brings us to my second strategy: fitness is your foundation. For myself, fitness completely transformed my life and gave me everything you see today. When I looked in the mirror and I realized I didn't like me, I started working on my fitness because it was the only thing I could control. I was in debt, I was a drug addict, I had no friends, and I had no family that supported me. But I could control what I put in my mouth. So I started dieting and I started training. And only after 7 months of isolating myself in a gym, working on me, I met my business partner, Brian Mark. We wouldn't have built a multi-7-figure business, and I probably would still be working a 9-to-5 job that I hated. Without fitness, I wouldn't have met Julia, my wife of today. I wouldn't have changed for me and her, had a beautiful baby boy, and traveled the world with her and our familia. Fitness is overcomplicated, so here's my 4-step blueprint if you have no idea what you're doing. 1, hit 10,000 steps a day no matter what. You can track this with your phone, an Oura Ring, an Apple Watch, or any other step tracker. It doesn't matter, just hit the 10,000 steps. 2, use MyFitnessPal to track your food, whether you want to lose weight or build muscle. If you are going to put it in your body, it needs to hit the scale and then that app. 3, train 4 to 5 times a week. This is something you guys need to not overthink. Get into the gym and just pick up some weights. Don't worry about becoming some amazing bodybuilder, just start moving some weight around. And 4, put down the pop and energy drinks and drink 3 to 4 liters of water a day. Yes, you're gonna be going to the bathroom on a consistent basis, but it matters. Do these 4 steps every day and watch your body transform. This leads us to my third strategy, which is to jump instead of analyzing. Another way to say this is to do more than you think. See, my little brother did 5 years of nursing school. He thought he wanted to work in the healthcare system. And then during COVID, everything went to crap and he decided, I don't want to do this anymore. So he came to me, his entrepreneurial brother. He's like, what do? I want to make money like you, travel the world, and live free. So we sat down with a piece of paper and I said, write down 10 things that you are passionate about. Things that you just like as a hobby that you're interested in. He wrote down 10, and then I said, time to get real. I want you to circle the 5 that you actually care about, which he did very quickly. Then I looked at him in the eyes and I said, pick one that you can make money at in the next 6 months. Go all out. I don't care how you feel. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care what's happening around you. Go all out and make money with that one thing for the next 6 months. If you fall on your face and you don't like it, we can move on to the next. So he chose copywriting and coding. Within 6 months, he was building websites for not only myself, but a handful of our friends, making money. And now he's actually living in Pico, working remotely with his fiance, doing what he loves. All of this happened because he jumped instead of overanalyzing. So many of you guys are crippled with anxiety because you're overanalyzing everything in front of you. You're thinking too much. You really do need to just jump out of the plane and build the parachute on the way down. Trust trust yourself, trust your instincts, and trust the process. Now, what does this tangibly look like? How can you take this and take action right now? Jump at every opportunity that presents itself in front of you. Jump into that passion that you've been wanting to work towards forever. Jump and go ask that girl out that you find attractive. Jump on that vacation you've been talking to your friends about for 5 years. Jump and write 3 of your biggest goals and take action on them today. This is how you see success. Action. Thinking is only a part of the puzzle. Doing is way more. Now that you're taking action and doing things, this brings me to my 4th strategy, which is time management. This is learning how to organize your day. This is where we get strategic. The only way I'm able to manage 2 businesses with 6,000 clients while in the process of launching 3 more businesses is what I'm about to teach you right now. You see, I wake up on a day-to-day basis and I don't think, I act, because my entire day is planned out from when I wake up to when I go to bed 7 days a week. I created this process and started operating at this level so I could avoid decision fatigue. Now you might think you don't need to do this. You're that 1 in a million that could just come up with a strategy on your own day to day. But I promise you, you will hit decision fatigue. You'll get overwhelmed, burnt out, and then you'll quit just like all your friends and your family have. So these are the 5 steps to become a master of your time. 1, download Google Calendar. 2nd, organize the top 4 things you would like to work towards: wealth, health, relationships, and self. 3rd, color grade them based off of what category they fall into. 4th, follow your calendar like your Bible. Work towards them on a daily basis. So I'm gonna show you what my calendar looks like running multiple businesses. As you guys can see, I wake up at 3 a.m. and it goes all the way till 6:30 p.m. And everything is color coded based off of what I need to do to progress forward in all of my life. So first and foremost, everything in orange is self-work. Everything in green is business meetings. Everything purple is podcasts and content, which rolls into yellow. And then red is different things I need to do to progress a new business forward or make sure our funds are moving forward. So if I zoomed in for you, wake up at 3, morning routine, gym time, business win stories, boxing, family time, posting on social media, all access team meeting, podcast, meeting, one-on-one call, call my EA. It is literally stacked from 3 till 6:30 p.m. Pink is dates. Everything's laid out to make sure that I am progressing forward with wealth, health, relationships, and self. Pro tip, on Sunday from 11 to 12:30, I do an audit and I schedule out my entire week, Monday to Sunday, from when I wake up to when I go to bed, to make sure I am prepared and so I don't fall into decision fatigue. This brings me to my 5th strategy, which is to make a skill audit. So when I was younger and I moved from Thunder Bay, Ontario to Calgary, Alberta, I thought that was gonna be the drastic transformation of my life. I thought just moving was going to project me to millions and transform who I was as a person. And then I realized very quickly that the only value I had was my time. You see, a lot of you guys don't have any skills, so the only value you can give someone is labor. And you will only ever be worth labor until you develop a high value skill that people will pay you for. The 4 things you should do to get out of the hole of trading your time for money is, number 1, figure out what you're already good at. What do you do exceptionally different than the people around you? Maybe this is carpentry. Maybe it's video editing. Maybe it's copywriting. Maybe it's fitness. There is something that you are good at more than other people. There is something that you have skill at better than the people around you, and that's what we need to lean into. Number 2, expand on it. Write it down and get hyper focused on expanding that skill. And 3, find mentors that can help mold you and pull little parts of you out to make you better. 4th, get someone to pay you. It's time to go get a client. Don't overthink this process. You don't need a website, you don't need a webinar, you don't need a graphic or a logo. Just go get someone to pay you $1 for what you are good at so we can start the business. For myself, it was fitness. I didn't have any crazy skills, but I knew that I was good at putting my head down and grinding, molding my body into something different. I went from a bag of milk iron worker that I absolutely hated looking at in the mirror to a fitness competitor that won 3 first place trophies and 3 overall trophies in the span of 9 to 12 months. So I realized I could give other people the same physical transformation. I just needed to go out and start talking to them. All of these things will only take you so far, which brings me to my 6th strategy, which is the 8 money habits keeping you poor. To learn about that, watch this video.